Why, hello, it's Sarah here. And today is our last day of day 5 of 5 easy ways to attract your ideal product buyer challenge. So thank you for all of those ladies who have been with me through the week. I have been in here sharing every day some daily goodies and giving you a daily action to follow. Which is really, we've now come to the end of the challenge, and today it's all about me, not holding out on you, but I have actually really been looking forward to today because I've been dying to share this with you. And it really is about the magic bullet marketing tool for product-driven sales. So I have been very excited to share this with you. It's really, I'm not exaggerating. I mean, I'll get it right to it because I am so excited about it, and I have to kind of slow down because I know I sometimes talk a little fast. So today what we're going to do in day 5 of the challenge, I'm going to give you, as I have done each day, a daily action chart, a task to finish. And then I'm going to talk to you about something else that's really exciting. I have actually just opened the doors to my Products to Profits program, and I've got a really exciting saving for you. It's 50% off the full price. There is a discount code that I've posted up, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that as well. That I'm also really excited about it. So let's dive in. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to be covering 3 things. Your lookbook, which some of you might have already heard about a lookbook. So we're going to talk about a lookbook. This is going to be your magic weapon, your magic bullet marketing tool that you're going to use in your business. That's going to make a huge difference. We're going to talk a bit about the digital relationship building. We've gone through this week about the platform, so I'm going to just touch on, like for LinkedIn, for instance, how you go about doing that and incorporating your lookbook. The third task that we're going to cover and talk about today is a little bit more about the offline marketing, so moving into direct mail, which I know it sounds a bit old school, but it is very highly effective. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit about that as well. So these 3 things are like bread, peanut butter, and jam, for instance. Like separately, they're all great, but when we combine them together, that's when they really shine. And that's what is really going to help you in your product business to develop and nurture, to identify and attract, and to really start to increase your sales with your beautiful products. So I'm going to dive into all the juicy bits about your lookbook and talk about, and then we're going to go through a bit of a recap about what we've learned in the last week. So let's get into the lookbook. If you've got a pen and paper handy, you might want to just jot down a couple of notes. Hi, everyone. Thanks for all the smiley faces. Hi, Mel. So the lookbook is a 4-page marketing tool, and it's to showcase your products and outline and give an outline of your business, basically. So what it needs to include is a really nice, striking front cover. It could be a really beautiful flat lay image, a lifestyle styled image of your products. And it's something that we want to choose, an image that's going to strike a really great first impression. In the lookbook, it's, with it being a 4-page lookbook, it doesn't contain prices. It's not a catalog. It's not about, showcasing and listing everything that, you get. It's actually just to capture the images and products are going to be used to capture that, make that really great first impression. So what you need to have included in the lookbook, the elements that you need, is a section about why work with us. So that is where you bring in your points of difference. And we spoke about that on day 1. Everyone did a really great job. I was so impressed. Everyone listed their 5 points of unique the unique differences, what makes you different from your competitor, what's going to resonate with your prospective buyer. So that's where we incorporate your points of difference, your uniqueness. The next section is about who we work with. So in terms of who we work with, it could be that you might be a corporate gifting company that are providing settlement gifts, that you can customize gifts to industries that are bulk buying, you know, that they're doing regular monthly sales. So, you know, your volume builders and settlements, even car dealerships. In my former business, I used to provide a lot of gifts for luxury car brands like Audi and BMW and Volvo. So anyone that you are choosing, which we have identified this week, is those industries. And then we're going to talk in the lookbook. There is a section about us. So this is about giving it a bit of a personalized feel. It might include a nice headshot or a nice photograph of you in the About Us section. So that just kind of gives the prospective buyer a little bit of an insight as to who's behind the business. What you also want to include in the lookbook is some testimonials, because testimonials give credibility, and preferably, depending on the industry of who you work with and who you're targeting this lookbook, you ideally want to include testimonials that relate to that industry. So, for instance, if it's the property development companies that you're looking for, you ideally want to have someone who's perhaps been in a property-based business give you a testimonial if you can do that. And then, of course, what you want to do on the last page of the lookbook is have your contact details, because that's so important, of course, for them to be able to, you know, look at your website, for them to be able to reach out via email, or you might have your mobile number on there. Whatever it is that you might want to put down there, just make it really easy for your prospect to be able to reach you. So what you can do is in the digital version of your lookbook, that's where we're going to actually talk about the next phase of reaching out with the lookbook. And this is, you know, your secret weapon. So being really consistent about your marketing is something that I do always, I'm very passionate about. And combining your lookbook with your email invitations, so your invites to connect, is really, really super powerful. With LinkedIn, I do recommend that you should be sending at least 20 to 30 invitations to your ideal prospective buyers on a daily basis. And it sounds like a lot, but it's not really. Once you've actually got a formula in place and you've got your secret weapon, your beautiful lookbook, you've got that, you've got something to showcase and lead with. I've had clients that I have coached using this and adapting this lookbook that have said that it's increased their sales by 400%. So this is actually a tool that you need to have, okay? It's not a full-blown brochure. It's not a price list. It's nothing like that. It's simply to really showcase and impress. So the secret sauce is really about using that lookbook to make that lasting impression and to break the ice, which is what we actually covered yesterday, was all about that. So in terms of being able to use that offline marketing strategy, you are going to want to, sorry, I've just lost track of where I'm at. You're going to want to do that obviously on a really regular basis. And you're going to want to also consider the third phase, because now you've created your beautiful lookbook, you're now going to want to also think about, once you've made that connection, the next step in the nurturing sequence is to move that relationship offline. And you're probably going, what does offline mean, Sarah? Like, what are you talking about? It's about actually nurturing and making those connections online initially, and then moving them offline. So that means that you are physically going to send them a package with your lookbook via direct mail. So that's postal mail I'm talking. So that's what they call, like, it has a thud effect. So it basically is landing on their desk with a thud. It's physically, it's tangible, they're able to touch it. And I'm talking about sending that. It can have an intro letter, a bit of background about your business with the lookbook, and you might want to include a nice little sort of sample size of your product. There's all sorts of ideas that you can include in your package. So it's really, really, I think nowadays with so much content management, in digital content, everyone's on all platforms. It's been around, the direct mail has been around for, I think, about 60 years. And I think people just simply forget about actually creating those relationships offline. It also, because I feel online is so saturated, it's hard to cut through the noise and hard to get your business to stand out. And this is a magnificent way of doing that. So there is more steps involved in this system of, I've only just touched on it very lightly, in terms of what you need to do and what you need to say when you make the follow-up phone calls, as to who you set your packages to. And I have all of those templates and scripts and everything in the Products to Profits program. So that's all there for you. So what I'd like to do now is to just go over and do a recap about what we've learnt this week, and then I'm going to give you the daily action for you to complete for the last day of our 5-day challenge. And then I'm going to chat to you a little bit more about the Products to Profit program as well. So if you're actually thinking, oh, this is sounding really great, this is what I need, but I don't want to have to try and work it all out myself, and I'd love to get my hands on what Sarah's got that's working obviously really well for all her clients, what I use personally myself. If you want to get access to something that you can just simply copy and paste, a step-by-step formula, then I'll tell you about a really good saving that I'm offering you, a really good way of getting the program a lot cheaper. So in terms of recapping what you've learned in this week's challenge, what we've done is we've identified what makes your business really different to everyone else's. And that's what's going to give your product-driven business the best shot at getting noticed. And by doing that, you want to also bring that into all your marketing across your website, across your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Lookbook. You're going to want to use those points of difference that we did on day one. You also, what we've also done on day 2 was we identified which social platform your key buyers, your product buyers are hanging out on. And that was really great exercise because everybody got so involved and were really clear about whether it was Facebook or whether it was Instagram, or they actually, started to send me invitations because they were setting up their profiles on LinkedIn. So that was really fabulous to see that things that the ball is moving and you're starting to make steps, which is really great. You've identified your points of difference, and now you actually have narrowed it down as to where they're hanging out, where your ideal buyers are hanging out. So what you did then was you also created a list of industry types. I did put up some suggestions in the group about the types of industries, and I think that got a lot of people thinking based on the feedback that I got, was that they actually started saying, well, I could think about, as another revenue stream in the business, if you've been thinking that you can only sell your product online, it actually, what it does is it creates and opens up more opportunities for revenue streams. So I saw people posting up, maybe I can sell to hotels, maybe I can consider settlement gifts, bundling up and selling a higher value product on a more regular recurring basis to increase your monthly cash flow. So in terms of the recap, so what we're going to do is chat a little bit about your action tasks today. What I want you to do is actually start to put in place your lookbook. If you haven't already got one, what I want you to do is to start to go through and come up with, the why us, what we do, who we work with, our about us, collect some testimonials, and start to get some, if you haven't already had your products photographed, I do recommend getting them professionally photographed, especially with something like this that you're going to be feeling very proud of and connecting with. You're going to have a digital version, and then you're going to also have a printed version. You want to be really proud of it, and you want it to showcase your products in the best possible way. so that you can make that really, really great first impression. So I did say at the start, this is also really exciting. I have opened up the doors to the Products to Profits program. So in terms of what you're going to get, I've posted up some links in terms of your discount codes that you can use. I've got the doors open right now for probably the next 48 hours, and then I'll review it. I mean, growing a business is really hard. I mean, if you want to get results, it's just not going to happen from trying to figure it out on your own. It's really about trying to follow someone else's path, line yourself up with someone that has been there and done that and walked in your shoes. And I think that is going to, trying to work things out yourself, it only really leads to stress, overwhelm, wasting time, and just missed opportunities. And there is a much easier way. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So in terms of the Products to Profits program, what it includes is you get 4 modules of workbooks with each one has video training. So you actually get the templates, you get access to everything in terms of what you need to use in LinkedIn scripts. There's a really fabulous, my very much winning, proven LinkedIn email sequence emails, sales scripts, and what to say when you're making a follow-up call. I've got I've also included a really great section about connecting with influencers and what to say to reach out to them and how to identify them. That's the most important thing. So when you're wanting to partner up and have strategic partnerships with the likes of influencers, so that you basically want to be able to tap into their audience, I've included a template as to exactly what to say when you're reaching out. So it's all very cut and paste, all very easy step by step. What I'm offering here for everyone that is in our group doing this challenge and who's interested in signing up for the program, I'm going to reduce it by 50%. So this is a way of you getting this at half price. And there is also a flexi pay option. So you can basically get started and pick it up for $347. So back to what you get. So we got step-by-step videos. Each module you get worksheets and templates. You get 24/7 access into the online, private online course community, so where everyone else is hanging out, which is also really fabulous. And you also get to participate and be with me on the 4 lively monthly group training calls. So my private clients pay me a lot of money to have access to me. This is a really, really affordable way of you being able to have me answer your questions that are customized to your business. So I just think it starts now. It's a fabulous opportunity. I'd love to see you in there. I'd love to work with you and really help you to scale your product sales. And I just want to thank you all for thank you all for participating in the challenge. I know everyone's so busy in business, and if you're a mum like me, you're juggling family and running a business, wearing lots of hats. So it's great for you to have that commitment and dedication to your business and your personal development to be here and doing the challenge. And I've really enjoyed it. It's actually been a really fabulous way of connecting with everyone here who are creative product makers in the group. And I can't wait to see the results in the group too. And I'll be giving you a mental high five. So I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group. I can see that there's a couple of questions that have been posted up, which I'm happy to answer now. So Mel has said, what if we don't have anyone on our list who we work with? Is that relating to your testimonials, Mel, or is that actually relating to who you want to, your prospect list? Or is this just an industry listing for who we work with? Oh, so yes, you're talking about the Lookbook. So that's really identifying what industry types that you currently service, or you can even pop in your Lookbook who you are planning to tap into. So if it's a new revenue stream, if it's something like the settlement boxes, then you can definitely list that down about who you work with as well. So Sarah, hi. She said, will the shots be lifestyle or just product shots? I recommend, I've seen, Sarah, both product shots on the front cover. They work very well inside the lookbook. I personally have seen some beautiful lookbooks that my clients have created with a nice lifestyle shot on the front. It could be a really beautiful flat lay of all your products. So rather than just a sort of a singular product shot on the front, it could actually capture everything, or it could be a lifestyle shot with actual, person in there, interacting with your products as well. So you can do a variety of things, but I do recommend that you go down the path of getting them done professionally, because mainly for obviously print quality, but also to make the best possible impression when you're working with corporates, or when you're working with any type of stockist buyer, or going and approaching the really big major stores. You want to really look as sharp and as professional as you can, and you want your products to really sing. So I've loved being in here, and I've loved sharing. Today was my exciting day about sharing all about the lookbook. It is really going to accelerate your sales if you can get onto that and get started on that, and create that as soon as you have. If you haven't already got one, you can actually also have a number of variations of your lookbook if you are going after a completely different industry type, or if it's a seasonal lookbook, say for Christmas, for instance. You can you're not limited to just having one, but it is really fabulous for you to be able to have a nice signature company lookbook, and get started on LinkedIn and enjoy stalking. I know I do. I like getting on LinkedIn, and I like to stalk and connect and invite and get the relationship going, and then move it offline. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you in the group. Bye for now.